Good morning, everybody. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Wicca and all of its different flavors. There are some very traditional forms of Wicca, and as time has progressed, it has changed a lot over the years. There are many different flavors covering all types of subjects. And then there is eclectic. Eclectic is really open on what's allowed in it. What I got right now is the Wicca Handbook by Ellen Holland. Okay, and I'm going to be reading an excerpts from hers, and then I'm going to be listing some of the different traditions of Wicca that she has in her book. Then I'm going to be heading into some other books. Wicca is a solitary religion for some of us, something we learn through books, lectures, or the internet, or develop through personal experience and solitary practice. Some have studied Wicca in groups, study groups, or learning circles. Others grew up in Wiccan families, then choose Wicca for their own path. Many came to Wicca in the traditional way, through formal initiation into a coven that followed a specific tradition. Wiccan traditions include the following. Okay, the first one is Gardnerian, because that is where all forms of Wicca are based off of. Okay, Gardnerian Wicca, Gerald Gardner's traditional path, which honors Aradia as the lady and Cernunnos as the lord. This is a formal hierarchical path with skyclad worship and degrees of initiation. It focuses on rituals and male-female polarity. Covens have no more than 13 members and are led by a high priestess with a high priest. Gardnerians believe it takes a witch to make a witch and tend to disapprove of the newer do-it-yourself Wiccans. Alright. Now, from Gardnerian we hit Alexandrian Wicca, a formal structured neo-Gardnerian tradition founded by Alex and Maxine Sanders in England in the 1960s. Alexandrian and Gardnerian Wiccas are sometimes referred to as classical Wicca. And that is because we actually have people that are making claims to neo-Wicca. Then we got British traditional Wicca. This is a formal structured tradition that mixes Celtic deities and spirituality with Gardnerian type Wicca. Celtic Wicca, this is just a traditional Wicca that incorporates Celtic gods and goddesses and spirituality with rain magic and fairy magic. Dianic Wicca, name of for the goddess Diana. This is a goddess-centered tradition that excludes gods and does not require initiation. Although Dianic Wicca is sometimes thought as a feminist or lesbian path, there are also male Dianic witches. Okay, Fairy Wicca. This is an Irish tradition that centers on green witchcraft and fairy magic. Teutonic Wicca, a Nordic tradition witchcraft. This incorporates deity symbolism and practices from Norse and Germanic cultures. Family traditions. These are the practices and traditions, usually secret, of families who have been witches for generations. Now, there is one thing I need to say on this. There is some confusion on that word family. You see, in many forms, a coven is considered to be a family unit. Okay? The high priest and high priestess are mom and dad, and the others are the kids. Okay? They view this as a family unit. So when some people are saying that if they're a family heritage, meaning that they were part of a long existing coven. All right. The next book I'm going to hit is Celtic Traditions by Serona Knight. Actually, I wanted to let you know, I think this is a great book. So if you're looking for a book, here you go. This is a nice reference book. Anglo-Romani tradition based on the beliefs of Tinkers, the Gypsy people of Britain and Ireland. Anglo-Saxon tradition, an English path combining the practice of the Celts with those of the southern Teutons. Ondiach Finn, the ADF, popular Druid tradition with 3 worlds, gates, and primary focus on the grove. Arthurian tradition, a tradition of Wales and Cornwall based upon Arthurian myths. Brittonic tradition, Brythonic tradition, Caledonia tradition, Celtic tradition, Celtic Wicca, Cymri, C-Y-M-R-I. This is a pre-Celtic path, main pagan traditions in Wales. Druidic traditions, they are mixing Druidic philosophy, rituals, and practices with Wicca. Dryad, D-R-Y-A-D. This is a feminist Druid path that incorporates fairy tradition. Gaelic tradition, this is an Irish and Scottish Wicca. Hebridean, Kingstone, Maiden Hill, Majestic, Manx, North Isles, Order of Bards, Ovates, and Druids. Now, I really don't consider them to be of a religious nature. They are more of a fraternity. Picty Wicca, now that is focusing on the Picts of Scotland. Romano-Gaulish, this would be the combination of the Gauls and Romans. Sacred Wheel tradition. This is a neo-pagan Wiccan path with Celtic overtones. There's Sax Wicca, Shamanic Wicca, Wittan traditions. This is Witta, W-I-T-T-A. This is written by Eden McCoy. I think this is one of the worst books written about paganism. I have done a lot of studying over Druidism over my years, and they taint the Druids something fierce in here. Stay away from this book, in my opinion. So that's all from that book. The last book I'm going to get is The Multi-Denominational Wicca Bible, Witchcraft by Bruce K. Wilborn. This is also a pretty decent book. And he has a good list of some of the various traditions. Let's see, there's the American Celtic, Aridian Wicca, Asatru tradition. Try not to repeat myself on some of these. Circle Wicca. Circle Wicca was founded in 1974 by Selena Fox and Jim Allen. This tradition is more attuned to American Indian shamanism than European Wicca. Since the religion's inception, the Circle Network has become recognized as a non-profit organization and a neo-pagan church. Okay. Deborah Wickadom, Egyptian tradition. There's Frost Wicca, a Welsh-based path founded by Gavin and Yvonne Frost in the early 1970s. After founding this sect, the Frost went on to form the School of Wicca, which is now located in Hinton, West Virginia. There's Lovecraft Wicca. In this book, there's probably about 50 different versions of Wicca. There's even a Stregheria Italiano, meaning Italian witchcraft, Wicca, a catch-all name often used by any Italian Wicca tradition, also called a Strega tradition. So you see, there are many different traditions in Wicca. Most of these are not an initiation-based tradition, but some are. You see, then you have your eclectics, which are very open about all the different forms of things that they can add to their group. So if you're looking for a tradition that you could fit into, all you really have to do is think for a while, and then you can put in there any type of basis that you're wanting, and then add the word Wicca into your search engine, and you could probably find it online. The one that I haven't mentioned yet is Draconic Wicca. This is based off of cryptobiology, invoking dragons to do your rituals with. So you see, Wicca is a very broad, very open umbrella of spells and spirituality. So I just wanted to share that with you and let you think about how broad Wicca is, so you can do some research. All right, everybody take care. Be at peace.